Welcome back to Yahoo Finance Live. A little over 45 minutes to the closing bell. We got comments from Jerome Powell regarding cryptocurrency. And Brian Cheung, there were really two things that stand out. He was talking about not only regulatory risks perhaps going forward, but also a U.S. digital currency. Bring us up to speed on this.
Well, we've heard from the Federal Reserve that they were already exploring the potential for launching a U.S. digital dollar. It would be a stable coin that's basically just digitized version of the U.S. dollar. We don't know what that might look like because the Federal Reserve hasn't even said if it ultimately will adopt one. It just wants to study it. And the latest development from the Federal Reserve, an announcement this afternoon, is that later this summer we should expect to see a discussion paper from the Federal Reserve talking about the pros and cons of launching a U.S. digital dollar and then launching a public comment where they'll seek feedback from the public and the institutions in this country about whether or not this would be a good idea to ultimately implement. But some remarks from Fed Chairman Jerome Powell that were notable. He talked about the idea of stable coins. He said, quote, "They may also carry potential risk to those users and to the broader financial system." And he said that because of that reason, the Federal Reserve might want to increase our attention to the appropriate regulatory and oversight framework. He also spoke broadly on the idea of not just stablecoins, but cryptocurrencies at large. He said, quote, "To date, cryptocurrencies have not served as a convenient way to make payments, given, among other factors, their swings in value." So not necessarily commenting on the ups and downs of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies that we saw this week, but very interesting to see that the Federal Reserve wanted to make this commentary today. Worth noting that I'm a member of the press that covers the Federal Reserve regularly. This was an unscheduled event. We usually get some sort of heads up that there might be some commentary or speech coming from the Fed. I had no idea that this was coming from Fed Chairman Jerome Powell, but noticeably on the site, there's a video that comes along with those remarks. So obviously the Fed's seeing some benefit in maybe timing this announcement, guys.